This podcast may contain views and opinions which are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any local agency, organization, union, employee, or company, including the podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Off the Clock Shop Talk. I know it's a tongue twister. It's taken me about a year to even be able to get close.
I doubt it.
So welcome back
Say it
to
5
Off
times.
the Clock Shop Talk. We appreciate you guys tuning in every week. Today is no exception. We got the Western Region UPS Unity Rally for the UPS contract. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. We're going to have a lot of guests on today. The plan is to get a lot of people up here, get their thoughts on what's going on, what's going on in their local, maybe some thoughts they have for their members going forward. But that being said, we got a big UPS contract coming up. I know this episode won't be aired till Friday, so we'll have had a week full of UPS national negotiations, which is what everybody's been waiting for. We've been working on the supplements since January, the supplements and the riders. So, I hope you guys are supporting your local, are doing your due diligence to get involved, to be part of the union. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's get started with the show.
Just jump in.
So Sean is on his way, and I know that the direction that he wanted to get into was that you said it, that next week, the 17th, starting tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Right? Will be national negotiations. However, if all of you have downloaded the app, you will know that, and if you weren't here today, is that I should say this, Sean said we are not going to talk national language until our supplements and our riders are done.
Yep.
Okay?
So he's going in strong.
Yeah, he's going in strong. And I got to say, John and myself have been very, I would say, involved and privileged to sit as fairly new business agents and sit in these negotiations, and we've seen the drag that the company has done, and Sean has taken the position as our general president said, we're not going to fucking negotiate national language until you fucking
finish those riders.
Yep.
Those addendums.
And John and myself were in the automotive addendum and the utility addendum just this past couple of days, right after the JOM, with Victor Mineros and Eric Jimenez chairing, and Damascus as well, and with our rank and file, where the company's not giving us any fucking movement, man. Yeah. It's been tough. I love the fact that our general president has said, you finish up these riders and these supplements starting the 17th. Our leadership is going to be out there to finish up the supplementals and those riders in Washington, D.C., and we will not be negotiating any national language.
Not yet.
Not yet.
As soon as we get done with those riders and supplementals. And to me, it really just shows a trickle effect. We have new administration within the national and new administration within 952, and it really shows, like, look, we have support the same way you guys see, and at least the way I look at it, you guys have support from your local, being, from 952 and from 396 with Victor Mineros. You guys see the trickle effect. You guys have support. You guys have backing. Me as a business agent, I know I have backing from Eric Jimenez, from John Green, from, all these guys within my local, my administration. They have my back. And now Sean has said, look, we're not doing national negotiations until you guys figure out the supplemental. And that's him having the back of all of our different supplementals and riders. So as we move on, we're going to have a lot of guests today. Let's just jump right into those, but we thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get into it.
Jumping in.
before I hand it over to the man of the hour, I just want to know, are we Teamsters? Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? Nice. Sean, take it away.
Well, I brought my own mic because, and anybody knows Eric Jimenez, it's tough to get a microphone out of his hands, so I brought my own. Look, this is a defining moment in the Teamsters Union. This is going to separate what labor looks like when we get done with UPS. Now, it's been 387 days since Fred Zucker and myself and our great leadership team have taken over. And the one thing we've been focused on is making certain we put white-collar crime syndicates known as corporate America, UPS, and anybody else on notice that when you fight one of us, you fight all of us, and we're ready to take it to the streets if need be.
All right, guys, so we're here at the West Coast Teamster UPS rally for the contract. Throughout the day, the course of the day, we'll be bringing some guys up just to kind of introduce you to some people that you guys might not meet regularly, kind of get their take on what's going on here for the West Coast rally and what they think about unity. So real quick, we'd like to introduce Terry Diggs.
What's going on, everybody?
Business agent out of 396. What do you do? What do you represent?
I'm a BA out of Local 396. I've been a BA for, this will be year number 1 for me.
Nice.
It's worked out pretty good. I have La Mirada Hub, and now I've also gotten Olympic Hub. I have package. I take care of all the part-timers in both hubs. Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty big stack, but it'll work out. Yeah, the way we got it going, we got a full support team. So if I start to fall short, trust me, there'll be another BA there to help me pick it up. I'm not worried about it.
Team effort, right? But we'll save the long introductions, for the show that you're going to be on.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
I mean, in hopes. But that being said, we just want to know what you think about what's going on here today, the West Coast Rally. What you think about the unity that we're showing here?
I think it's badass that 952 and 396 after all these years. We've been sister locals for years. We didn't deal with each other that much for years. Only the hierarchy dealt with each other. Now you look out here, we got 952 guys that I worked with in Anaheim when I was there for a glimpse, and people know each other from schools because Cerritos and Anaheim are not too far apart. So I love the unity that's going on outside right now. I'm sorry I ran up here. I'm kind of out of breath. I ran up here.
It's picking all that shit up.
Yeah.
Usually that's me.
I'm running the T-shirts and everything, but we got my old buddies here, and I'm loving what's going on. Sean O'Brien should be here.
Yeah, any minute
he's going to speak to us.
So we do got to cut it short, but look, I also want to ask, is there anything you want to get out to your membership that maybe didn't come, or that, hey, they're on their way?
Hopefully we have a next one, guys. So let's get it together. Let's show unity. Let's get out here. It's only 2.5 hours out of your day to really put the company on notice and let them know that you're willing to stand with your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
Right on.
Well, by the time this airs, obviously the rally will be over, but I'm sure there's going to be more to come, and that's what you want to get out there to your membership.
Oh, yes.
Get out to the rallies, show up to your meetings. I know you guys have a general membership meeting coming up soon as well.
Get active.
Yeah, they need
be active.
It's not just for me because I work at the local, or us that work at locals, or involved stewards, or just even an involved member. It's about the rank and file member that wants what's best for everybody else. Standing on the sidelines doesn't work.
Right on.
Yeah, 100%.
Right on.
Well, I'd like to propose a toast to this short segment. We appreciate you stepping out real quick.
Salute.
Thank you, guys.
Joining
Thank you for having me up here.
Yeah.
To the Teamsters.
Teamsters, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you guys for having me up here.
Yep.
Thanks, brother. I like you guys. I like you guys get down.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Now, if you've been following what we've been doing, General Secretary Treasurer Zuckerman and myself, every single week, we have been going to different UPS facilities, different states, different ships, talking to our most important weapon in this fight. And that's our rank and file members who go to work every single day to make this company a success. Now, we have some struggles, we have some trials, we've got some tribulations that we need to confront, and we're planning on confronting them next week across the table. This company has made record profits because of the hard work of the Teamsters men and women who go to work every single day and who went to work every single day through the toughest times, the pandemic, with total disregard for their safety and the safety and health of their families. Now it's time to reward the people who made this company such a success, and that is coming Monday when we start. Now, this company knows we've stated our intentions clearly on what we expect and what we want, what we're going to demand, and more importantly, what we're going to take from them. We need to get rid of 22-4s. They need to go away. I joined a union 33 years ago to work next to men and women who do the same job, to get paid the same, and have the same protections. That's a strike issue. We also need to eliminate PVDs. PVDs need to go. You want to go to work for UPS? Wear a uniform, drive a truck, just like all our members do. That is a strike issue. Part-timers. Part-timers are the backbone. Part-timers are the backbone of this company. They represent the majority of the employees. We need to do a couple different things for the part-timers. We need to make certain that we drive that starting rate of pay up. We need to make sure we reward the long-term part-timers that have made this company a success. And we also need to create more job opportunities, full-time job opportunities for part-timers. If they don't want to do that, their ass is on the street.
Our next guest up, we wanted to bring up here real quick. Obviously, you guys know what's going on today. We're having the West Coast Unity Teamsters UPS rally. So, you know, it's huge here. We're expecting in upwards of 600 to 1,000 people here. But our next guest up, we wanted to bring on real quick, James Lopez.
How you guys doing?
We've been trying to get you on the show for a long time. We know that there was a mishap with, we kind of lost some
technical
footage.
difficulties.
Yeah,
I get it.
Difficulties.
Yeah, we'll save it. We'll leave it
The
at
first
that.
time
We'll leave it at that.
we shot the episode, but obviously we're hoping to get you back on. But introductions real quick.
My name is James Lopez. I work out of Local 952 as a business agent. I represent Albertsons, CVS, Coca-Cola, and GK Aerospace. Also,
Yeah,
I'm an
I was waiting for it. Here we
IBT
go.
Warehouse Division representative for under Tom Erickson.
There you go. For
Right
the
on.
warehouse division.
Awesome.
Yeah, strongest division in the IBT. Just put it out there right now.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, but we wanted to get your take on what's happening here today. The joint effort between 396 and 952. You know, I just want to get your take on what's going on.
Well, the way I look at things is, man, UPS is one of our biggest accounts in the IBT, and our thing is, man, you guys set the way for us.
It's the biggest.
It is the biggest, and you guys set the way for us with wages, pension, medical, and all that good stuff for other companies, right? So your fight is our fight, right? Just like our fight is your fight, and together we're gonna win. I mean, if you see what we're doing here, at least at 952 and other places, we're getting the best contracts out there right now.
Yeah.
And UPS is a national agreement, so we definitely want to make sure we get the best contract for
Set that bar.
UPS, right? And the only way we're going to do that is we all come together and say, hey, I may not work for UPS, but I'm going to fight with UPS to get that good contract, because what happens for one eventually happens for all.
Is there anything, like we had asked our last guest, is there anything that you want to get out to your membership, maybe the ones that couldn't make it or didn't make it, or the inactive ones?
And it's simple. I mean, if you don't get involved, we'll never be strong, right? I mean, I can make 1,000 excuses why I can't come to a general membership meeting, but thing is, those are just excuses, man. Yep. You actually had to come in and put the effort in, and then when it comes to your contract, it's like, okay, if you don't get involved, the companies look at this. When we're going through grocery negotiations, I was having parking lot meetings, and I mean, I was getting people up to about 150 to 200 people in a parking lot before work to say, hey, this is our contract. Let's fight for it. And the company was looking at it. I know somebody personally that works for the company said, hey, bro, they were looking at surveillance videos in the parking lot saying, hey, bro, they're going to strike us. James knows he's going to pull all his people out. Yeah. We had a strike authorization vote during the pandemic, and we brought over 1,000 people here. Wow. During the pandemic, a drive-through saying 1,000 people want to strike the company. So numbers and strength. That's all I can tell you guys.
Right on.
That's awesome, brother. Well, if you join me in a cheers to the Teamsters.
This is water.
Fuck Sawas.
I love you, Sawas.
Appreciate
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
You can at least
I do love
fake
you,
it.
brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fake
yeah.
it.
That's acting, just so you guys know.
Cheers, brother.
Love you guys,
Cheers.
man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. You guys do an amazing job. I'll see you guys later. I got to go with Dick, right?
Let's go.
We also need to make certain that we fight against technology. We need to fight against technology. Right now, everybody that works at UPS, whether you're a driver, whether you're inside, whatever your classification is, you're held hostage every single day, whether it's a dyad or cameras inside the building. If they attempt to get inward-facing cameras in this contract, that will be a strike issue, and their ass will be on the street. So look, we have a lot of issues to discuss. We've got a lot of demands we need to put forward. Now, if you've been following the supplemental negotiations, they kicked off in January. As of yesterday, there has been zero to no movement on the company's part. So we've made it clear, when they come to Washington on Monday and they think they're going to sit across the table from us, they're not sitting across the table for us till they fix the issues at the supplements, and we will not negotiate until the supplements are near completion. Now look, these are going to be historic negotiations. For the first time ever, we're going to have rank and file members sitting at the table. And that's important. You know why? That's very important. Because rank and file members are going to be the key to the success of these negotiations and any and all negotiations moving forward. There's no better dialogue than when you have to look across from the table at these corrupt managers, these corrupt people, and they have to look you in the eye and tell you how you do your job, tell you what's expected of you. Well, we're going to flip the script. You're going to tell them what you do every day. You're going to explain to them how hard it is to work for a company like UPS, the trials and tribulations, right? And they have to look you in the eye, and they have to tell you no. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. No is not an option for us. Yes, yes, yes. Are we fired up? Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? When we fight, when we fight, when we fight. And listen, the best part about these negotiations, we've actually leveraged a short window of opportunity for them to do the right thing. Think about it. We got 12 weeks from Monday to the expiration of this contract, and we've made it clear. We've stated our intentions, and we've stated them real sternly, that we will not be working beyond the expiration date of that contract unless there's a contract that our members deserve and our members embrace, our members endorse, but most importantly, our members vote on. So the time is of the essence with this company. We're in a great spot. We're prepared to work 7 days a week to get it done. But listen, you have, especially in this area, you've got great leaders that are going to be at the table with us. You've got Victor Mineros from 396. You've got Shy Guy Eric Jimenez from 952. We've got members of the executive board. We've got people in the community. We've got politicians that are watching this. And it's important why politicians need to watch this. Because, you know, think about the goods and services we provide to this country. And it's not just UPS, it's Teamsters. Right? If we take out UPS, and look, we're going to go to the table with our intentions to negotiate the strongest, best contract so that we can organize Amazon, organize FedEx, and anybody else that's in this business. But we're going to go to that table trying to get a deal. Everybody keeps saying, why do the Teamsters Union want to strike UPS? UPS is going to determine if UPS strikes themselves by not giving what our members deserve, and it's the best contract in the industry.
So next up, we have a guest out of 396, a steward, Vivian Gonzalez. We'll let her introduce herself. Go ahead. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, brothers and sisters, for allowing me to be here with you guys, first of all. My name is Viviana Gonzalez. I am a shop steward out of Palmdale Village. We used to be Lancaster, but as you guys know, our building burnt. So it was a rough year last year, and then this year we're jumping into the negotiations. I am also part of the Amazon campaign, so I've been busy. And definitely, having these rallies like today, it gives us that boost that we need to continue to fight for this contract, because we are trying to get a better contract for the next 5 years. We've given the company tons of revenue, and we've seen Carol take millions of dollars as a bonus in her pocket. So all we're asking is for her to go ahead and give our part-timers a good living wage, because right now you can't work and live for $15 an hour, only 3 or 4 hours a day.
We want our fair share.
Yep.
Yes, we do. So I am here with this fight. I'm not even asking for money for the drivers, but we all know that we've lost drivers because of the pandemic. Yeah. Some of our family members passed away because of the pandemic, and the company needs to go ahead and realize that there's been people that passed away and all they got was money in their pockets. So this fight is big. We are living in a different life where we just gone through a pandemic, and there's been tons of changes throughout the life. And I just believe that we all need to unite now and push for a better contract. Yeah. Doesn't matter where you are, what you are, we do need the support, because at one point we might turn around and support your contract. Mm-hmm. So just the fight that we saw today, yes, just what we saw today, there's tons of other members that aren't with us. But just having them here, it brings that Teamster family together. So I really appreciate being here and living this moment with every one of you guys.
So just a little bit about today, right? It was our basically unity rally, the West Coast rally for the Teamsters for the UPS contract. What did you think?
I believe this showed the company that we can come together. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me let you guys know that I had 22 4s willing to call out and come. The company got scared. They started calling corporate, and they said if we see them at the rallies, we will fire them, because that's being dishonest. Wow. And I definitely see how the company got scared, where they had to go ahead and call corporate. Hey, your guys better be here on tomorrow, Saturday, to work. And they missed it. They wanted to be here and support.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Victor could have handled that. But that being said.
No, this goes above.
No, I get it.
Because it would have been called a brownout. And we don't want that.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But, somebody calling in, doesn't matter what they're doing.
But it wasn't just one. It was going to be but it was going to be like.
All of them?
Yes. They said, we're not allowed to go. Only 2 people were allowed to go out of my center. Oh, wow. They were here. They rode the bus.
Right on.
And
that's cool.
It was still a good turnout. But can you guys imagine all the 22 4s here along with feeder drivers? This is just us coming together right now. Yeah. So it was still a good turnout.
952, 396, 542 was here.
Yes.
63.
572, 63 was here. It was quite a few.
Off camera, you guys, I know you can't see, we got other members here sitting up here, and there was a lot of support, and I got to give it to you. We need more sisters out there in the fight. I got to commend you on that, being a driver out of UPS and being a steward.
A male-dominated industry.
Absolutely. George here is a steward, a package steward. And also he does this with us, and we've talked about it a lot. I want to thank you for being here and spending the time with us. Is there anything that you want to reach out to your membership right now and tell them?
Well, first of all, thank you again for allowing me to be here and be able to send out a message to all the members. I believe it is our responsibility to start participating in this, because this is our contract. I've said it before. This is not the neighbor's contract. This is our contract. And these are the benefits that we have and we need to protect. That's it. You guys need to go ahead and do your part.
Invest in yourself is what I say.
Yes. We all need a better contract, and we cannot do this by ourselves.
We have a saying on the show. It's you are the union.
Yes.
Your members, all the members out there. If you couldn't make it to the rally, not shame on you. I get it if you had to work or you had some family things going. But when we have these things in the future, because this isn't going to be the last one, when we have these things in the future, get involved. You are the union. Don't ask what the union's doing for yourself. For you, ask what yourself is doing for you. You are the union. Right. So get involved. Pay attention. All that shit.
All right. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Theme of the show, fuck Savas. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
So I had a White House briefing. This is how important this contract is. I had a White House briefing this past week, and I had to talk to a bunch of different people in the White House about what the potential is if there's a strike. And I said, you think supply chain solutions stop during the pandemic? I will make certain supply chain stops during this pandemic, meaning the pandemic of UPS providing us with the best contract. There is no vaccination for what we're going to do to them. There is no vaccination. But there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of concern. And, there's a lot of concern. But I want to tell you this, because our brothers and sisters in the rail division, they felt that the administration interceded, which isn't the truth. I know you're an expert with the mic, but I got this, right? Anyways, I told the White House, if it gets bad, if it gets nasty, we got to take it to the street. I grew up in a tough neighborhood in Boston, and we had a code of honor that if two people are fighting in the street, and you have nothing to do with it, you keep walking. You keep walking, right? So that message was delivered loud. It was clear. And I got a message. I got a message for corporate America. I got a message for the government. I got a message for anybody. When you take on our 360,000 strong and deep UPSers, you take on our 1.3 million members. Put your helmets on, buckle your chin straps. It's a full contact sport. Let's go, Teamsters! Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? When we fight, when we fight, when we fight. Thank you very much. I'm going to catch a plane. Thank you.
All right, next up, guys, we have Mondo Correa here from 396, formerly 952.
That's correct.
We just wanted to let him jump on real quick, throw a shout out, talk about the rally today. What happened today, brother?
It was a great turnout. We had Local 63, 396, 952. Other locals, I'm sorry if I didn't announce you, but thank you all for coming. It was a super great turnout. We had a lot of members.
Shout out your home local again.
952?
952, that's right. But we get it. You jumped over to 396 with the change of ops.
Yeah.
And you since then became a steward again, right? And you're back in the mix, brother.
Reelected.
We're glad to have you on. Anything you want to say to the members in your center who you represent?
Thank you all for whoever came out. Let's keep it going. Let's show more unity, more support.
Right on, brother.
I agree.
Awesome, brother.
Appreciate it.
you for jumping on, brother.
Thank you.
All
right, brothers and sisters, like I said, we're going to go on and get it on with the rest of the rally while he takes off. But I think Sean said it all. We know what's in front of us here today, and we know what we're up against, okay? Over the last years, we've been hearing about all workers being heroes. That's what they've said. We've had companies saying out there they're heroes, okay? We've got our grocery members, beverage members, waste members, CVS members, transit bus members, and so many more, the electricians, the plumbers. Every one of us was a hero. Why? Because we got us out of the pandemic. We got us to the light at the end of the tunnel. The only problem is we had a very small amount of companies that actually showed their gratitude to our members when it was needed. And that's bullshit, and we're not going to have that. Okay? Coming into this, UPS was no different. They told our members that they were heroes, that they were essential. Well, the time for talk is over. The time for UPS to put pen to paper, negotiate a contract, and sign it, rewarding our members for the record profits they've made for UPS is now. Now. All right? Like Sean said, though, there ain't no army without our soldiers. And that's what I consider that bargaining table. That's a battlefield. And we're going to war. And I'll tell you right now, like he said, it's going to be up to the company if we choose to go to war or if we have a peace agreement, which is our tentative agreement, a contract that takes care of our members. And if they don't, guys, guess what? I know I am. I know Victor is. I know Jaime Vasquez is. Well, across the board, everybody in Southern California, we're ready to fight. Am I right? Yeah. Are we ready to fight? All right. That being said,
All right, guys. Next up, just to speak a little bit about the rally going on today, what's going on within the local and the joint venture with 396 and 952, and all the other locals that came out. We have Clarissa Perez.
Correct. Yes.
All right. So nice to meet you. Who are you? Where did you come from? What do you do?
Pleasure to meet you, and it's nice to be here.
Nice to meet you.
I work at CVS, and I'm a truck driver. I'm the only female truck driver.
Cheers to that.
Cheers
Thank
to
you.
that.
Hey,
Right on.
where's my cup?
Oh,
Hold
did
on
you-
a minute.
Wait.
A few moments later.
So yeah, I've been a 7-year Teamster. I started with Local 63
Oh, okay.
because I started at
Oh, really?
ABF
Okay.
delivering shit. And I said, well, the manual jack is not doing it. So I went to CVS where my husband started working. He was there for like a year or two. And I said, hey, I put my application and
That's
I
awesome.
got in.
Okay, so now that we know a little bit about you, obviously we can't do a long segment, but we know a little bit about you. So what did you think about today? I keep saying it, but this was the West Coast Unity Rally for the Teamsters UPS contract. What did you think about it? What were your thoughts?
I mean, I'm popped up. Their win is my win. There's a lot of people, well, I don't want to talk about UPS. No. If you guys get a good contract, that means that we're going to get a good contract.
Right on.
And we're going to be like, 2 years at CVS? And we're truck drivers. So you guys have truck drivers there too?
Yeah, definitely.
So I want what you're getting.
Absolutely.
So if I support you guys, that means a benefit for me.
CVS is like UPS is making record profits.
Exactly.
They are.
Yeah.
And real quick, let me ask you, how long have you been in this local, Clarissa?
In the local,
Yeah.
probably 6 years.
Right on.
5-6 years.
2016, okay.
Yeah.
Right on. And so you were here prior to, and I know we'll kind of get into a segment that we usually talk about in a longer episode, but do you see the change that has happened in this local?
Oh, hell yeah.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah. Big difference.
Yeah.
Before, I was fighting for my husband's situation when he got fired, and he was talking to a rock.
Which we will have on the show because I want to hear that story.
It's a good story. So
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
I'm a fucking fighter. I'm loud.
That's right.
And if he don't talk, I'm gonna be your defender. We did a meeting with the CVS drivers only. A lot of people came in, and we stand up. They were there, and we say, hey, we need this, we need that. And I stand up and said, my husband is gonna get fired because that's what is gonna happen. Now we're working on it. No, and I can see that I was just talking to a rock. It was nothing is gonna happen. So right now, the difference now with John Green's RBA, I mean, he's great. I got his phone.
Shout out to John Green,
Oh,
right?
hell yeah,
Shout
he's
out
great.
to John Green.
His birthday was the 11th, so happy birthday, John.
Right on.
So
I
yeah,
think
big
they sung him
difference.
happy birthday at the rally. 500 people were singing John Green happy birthday.
Right on.
Yeah.
So I love to hear these stories. We've been in this local for quite some time, and to have the rank and file and the stewards see the difference is amazing to me. I see it. Today I was thrown back, once again, and I stood out there and I looked and I said, man, this local is definitely on the map now, and I love that everybody's coming together. Our sister local 396, we've all come together. We have 542 here as well, San Diego, and just a big difference from what it was before.
Oh yes, and I don't have family in California. Everybody is in Florida, so this is my family.
Right on.
You guys are great, and if I have questions, I know I can go to you guys, and it's open door. I can feel that I can approach you guys, and it's been
awesome.
great.
And that's what it should
It's
be.
a big difference.
Absolutely. So can we get a commitment from you to come back on the show and do a full
hell
segment
yeah.
just with you?
Great.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So, last thing, is there anything that you want to tell to the members, in your barn,
My barn.
where you're at?
Well, a lot of people are getting comfortable, and we get paid really well, and it's an easy job. But if we don't support our local, nothing's gonna get done. We have to keep supporting our BA, our shop stewards, so this train keep moving forward.
That's right.
Because without the members, there's no local.
That's right.
So guys, come to the meeting. It's a lot of fun. Before it was boring as shit. Right now, everybody get pumped up, and it's exciting, and you learn a lot.
That's right.
And I will say just real quick, I mean, I think that was one of the issues with UPS is we have, and I was partaker, right? We have had it really good for a long time. There was a lot of complacency. Maybe didn't go to a lot of the meetings or whatnot, but, you know, as we get closer to this fight, you hear a lot of questions, you know, oh, are we going to go on strike? Or is it now there's more activity? And I don't necessarily think that's a good thing, but the involvement and all that stuff.
That's the step in the right direction.
That is what we need. And we shouldn't, you know, because we have it good, maybe we get a great contract, right? We should never just rest on our laurels, as they say, right? We shouldn't just sit back and relax. We always got to be fighting. The company's always pulling the other way, and we got to be pulling, you know, the way towards better wages, better benefits, all that stuff.
Yep.
Right on, right on. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Cheers to the Teamsters.
Cheers
Thank
to
you,
the Teamsters.
Yes.
I brought you a Modelo.
Oh, damn it. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. MSR, PPO, MSR.
Cheers.
All right, Teamsters.
Cheers. Teamsters.
Thank you.
Right on.
That's cool.
That being said, the next man I'm going to introduce is a name that they're yelling already. Secretary Treasurer of 396, Victor Maderos.
Damn, it's hot out here. Do we have 396 in the house? I guess they did show up. So we had some bus problems, so we had to push it back a little bit. I see some of my 396 members over there drinking red cups. I'm sure it's hot cocoa, right? Listen up, guys. Thank you very much. Do we got Teamsters in the house? Guys, we got to get fired up. We've been talking about it for a long time. Let me be clear. We started this campaign by telling our members, you will be out of your comfort zone. You will not stand on the sidelines. This is your fight, and you're going to be in it. You're going to get what you deserve. When we talk about deserve, we constantly talk about deserve. Why do we deserve it? We worked through a pandemic. We worked the most in a pandemic. We took care of the communities. We did all that. But then I started also thinking, what did we get out of this pandemic? I know what this company got. Record profits. They want to start negotiations by saying they have leading industry wages and compensation packets. Yes, they do. But they also have leading profits, and that's off of our backs. So the more I think about using the word deserve, do we deserve them treating us like shit? Do we deserve them taking our work? Do we deserve them forcing us to work 6 or 7 days? Of course not. So what we get, fuck that. They owe it. Guys, stick around. Thank you very much. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for all the electives for coming out here. Gloria, Sister Gloria, Yvonne, Lorena, thank you very much. You guys ready to fight? Let's give them hell.
So, next up, we have another short segment, a little interview. Want to introduce Raul Perez out of CVS.
Alhambra.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're out of CVS. How long you been there, brother?
I started there in 2014.
Nice.
Been driving trucks since 1999.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. And we have confirmation. We will have him on to tell his full story because his story is fucking amazing. I got to tell you guys, once we have it, it's
we've talked about it on the show prior, and a lot of people might not know what we're talking about, but we've talked about your story. It's huge. Yep, with John Green.
It's been mentioned.
Yeah. So we'll have you back on, brother. But just with that said, today I want to get how you felt and what you thought about this rally that we had today.
Man, this rally, I'm very pumped. The vibe is just through the roof. I've been here since 2014 at this local, and I've never seen it like this before. Man,
that's awesome, brother.
The spirit, the camaraderie, all us together. Everyone's focused. We're focused for this fight. And like, I'm a CVS guy, but this is all connected. You know, how UPS does is how we're going to do. And UPS is going to set the tone for all the other contracts coming down the pike.
Yeah.
So I'm on board all the way. I'm involved with some organizing with Cisco, the medieval strike. I was involved with OCTA, so this is right up my alley. I got a beef with CMEX because I used to work in Florida. That company sucks. So CMEX, I'm coming after you too, brother.
Awesome.
Put it on notice.
That's right. That's right.
Those ready mix drivers, they're going to come over to our side.
Right.
So,
Ready mix.
So I'm about it, man. I'm about it. I'm about organizing, and I'm just pumped up with all of this.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, brother, and letting us know. I guess last real part of today, is there anything you want to say to the CVS members maybe that couldn't make it, or even the ones that aren't really that involved?
I will say, look, man, I get it. We're all busy. We all got families, but make it out to a meeting. When we had a guy who just got fired, came back, he noticed a difference. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He saw that this is a whole different ballgame right now.
Yeah.
You didn't see such a huge crowd. He came to us like, hey, man, this is different now. Yeah, it's a different attitude now. This is the attitude about kicking ass. We're gonna take it to whoever comes up against us. Because we're all united. I'm with UPS. I'm with CVS. I'm with Albertsons. We're all the same. We're all Teamsters. End of the day. So yeah, come, do what you can, brother. Come out. You'll see the difference now.
Yeah, come to the meetings.
I agree.
You are the union, as we said earlier in the show. You are the union. Do your part. Get involved. Don't ask what the union does for you, but what you're doing for the union, because you are the union.
That's right.
So we appreciate you stepping on, brother. I know it was real quick, but we will have you back on.
Well, we definitely got to have him back on. Your story is fucking tremendous.
We're going to have you sign and pencil in on your schedule. So today is going to be the day, but we appreciate you coming on, brother.
All right, thank you.
To the next person we got coming up, we got a rank and file by the name of Thomas. This is a part-time steward, one of our longtime stewards out of Local 952. He's been through the grind. I actually started with him years ago and known him for a long, long time. Great guy, but, tell your story, brother.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name is Thomas Katakowski. I work as a part-time hub worker at the UPS Anaheim building in the twilight shift. Part-time. I'm a proud member of the Teamsters Local 952. I'm ready for a fight. How about all of you? I may work part-time hours, but I'm a full-time Teamster. UPS part-time workers work hard on a daily basis to process packages and keep our economy running. One of the biggest issues facing UPS part-time workers is the need for a living wage. They used to have that a long time ago. They don't right now. Right on. Despite working hard daily, many part-time workers struggle to make ends meet. This is especially tough in states like California, New York, and so on. Workers struggle, we all struggle. This is especially tough. We work for a company that made over $13 billion in profits, yet many of our workers have a hard time keeping a roof over their heads and food on their kitchen tables. All right, 65% of this company's workforce is part-time. The majority of its workers struggle to survive, paycheck to paycheck. This is absolutely unacceptable. We must fight for fair wages and ensure all members can provide for themselves and their families. I'm here with all of you to send UPS a clear message. Their corporate greed must stop now. I'm ready to join with my Teamster brothers and sisters nationwide to fight for a contract we deserve. UPS loved calling us heroes during the pandemic. They hung signs in our buildings. They made billions on the backs of us. It's time for them to treat us and pay us like the heroes they said we are. Thank all of you for being here. God bless you all.
Thank you, Thomas. And Thomas is Victor is exactly correct, brothers. Our part-timers need to be taken care of, okay? And our full-timers need to make sure that we stand behind our part-timers for a fair contract. Part-time takes care of full-time, and full-time takes care of part-time. We're all one family.
All right. So, obviously, we've had a lot of guests on today. This next guest is not to disappoint. We always like to get different perspectives on the show, right? So, the perspective today is from somebody that's a 6-month member that has maybe not experienced what went on before in the local, not the local politics, blah, 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 right? But he sees what's going on now. And to compare that to his non-union membership, maybe, I'd like to introduce Adam Rios. Adam, thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you very much for letting me have you on the show.
Like I said, we like to have different perspectives. And from you coming in, being a new member, why don't you just tell us where you're from? I obviously said you've been there 6 months, but where you're from, what do you do right now?
I'm from Laguna Hub, of course, local 952. I've been working preload for the past 6 months.
For UPS, right?
UPS,
Okay,
yes. Sorry
awesome.
about that. Yeah, you know what? It's a different, like I said, I kind of know the field.
And why is that? Because where did you come out prior to getting to UPS?
The competitors, FedEx.
So you came from FedEx.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to say, but FedEx does not take care of their employees. I mean, you work for a subcontractor, and he can make up any rule he wants. Yeah. He could, if he doesn't want to have to give you 401k or, whatever, any type of benefits.
FedEx Ground, FedEx Home Delivery.
This is what they're happening now. They're merging everything now. So it's more bulk now. It's you got FedEx Ground, FedEx Home Delivery, and you even got FedEx Express. Yeah. So it was getting pretty tense during peak seasons, and they expect you to be on it. Yeah. You're pushing like 300, 350 stops a day.
Which a lot of companies are moving towards. UPS obviously has already kind of been there where they peak is push, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, to see the differences from FedEx, a non-union company, to UPS, a union company, what are the differences?
Well, first of all, I love the fact that they give paid vacation, paid sick time, and you also get a pensions included, which FedEx did none of that.
Yeah.
Like I said, the subcontractor could make up his own what he wants to do for the employee, and he doesn't have to give nothing. All we got when I was working for them, all I had was 3 sick days out of the year, and it was not paid for. And if I wanted to take vacation time, I'm not getting paid for that either. Wow. So going to UPS, like I said, I'm a late bloomer. I'm
but
glad
hey, you're in, brother.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
You're in.
I'm stoked. I'm a hard worker. I'll push myself. I want to become a driver, and it's this is nothing new to me. It's just, but I love the environment too, because people are working with you. We're hooking boxes together in the trailer, and it's like some of these people that are cover drivers or just started to start driving and come back because supposedly volume's slow. So, but they're telling me just hang in there. We could get through this, and we just work hard and keep doing what you're doing, and you make it to where you need to be.
And this is where that I love the fact that we have a fairly new member, 6 months in, to share your experience coming in from a competitor as FedEx, right? And when you come in here and you see myself and John and George is a shop steward there, and you came in at a time during a contract season, right? And
which I didn't know.
Yeah, and what you did, and what you didn't know. Today was your very first general membership meeting.
Yeah.
Right. Today was his. Right. Today was your very first general general membership meeting. There was a rally on top of it. He was here. Our general president was here. It was something that every member should experience, whether they've been here 6 months or 10, 20 years, whatever the case may be. Yeah. I'm very, very happy that we were able to communicate to you to be here and to share this experience because it is our responsibility, and we talk about a lot of this on the show, that we have to educate our members, right? And it's our duty. For me to see you here as a 6-month member and show up and be part of, I'm very happy for that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I saw you up there in the front when we were cheering on Sean O'Brien and what he presented to us and what was going on with the national contract and the supplements and all that kind of stuff. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you've seen the camaraderie. You've seen that this is something that you need to get involved in.
Definitely. You're not seeing that in FedEx, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, right. And as a late bloomer, you're, I don't want to give too much out there, but you're a late bloomer. You're 40 years old coming into a new industry. And if you stay here, you will still have the ability to collect a pension in 20 years and 15 years, right? And I just think that it's fucking awesome to have you here, Adam, as a 6-month member and be part of, man. I really am. To me, Sean said it best today. It's not about him or our executive IBT board or IBT guys that are sitting there at the table. It's about guys like yourself, the rank and file members, and getting involved and be part of. So I just got to commend you, brother, for being here, getting involved. You've been there 6 months. You're coming up on your 9 months. You can get your full health benefits.
Thank you. Yeah.
And, I'm just, this is what it's about. All you guys out there, this is what it's about. To get the guys that been there only a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and bring them in and take them under our wings and educate them. So I appreciate you being here, brother. I really do.
No, thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys for letting me be on the show.
Just follow-up question on today, right? So what were your thoughts, coming into, obviously said FedEx doesn't do stuff like this, right?
Oh, no,
so
not at all.
You come into an organization that's ready to fight for you, that's active for the most part. As far as 952, look, I still got to say, and I will say to my UPSers in the Laguna and Anaheim building, which we cover, that's our jurisdiction, a lot of you guys didn't show up. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. At the end of the day, it's your job to involve yourself in stuff like this. This is your contract. I know we've pushed it for, for at least the month that we had planned it, because this wasn't planned a lot as far as like a time frame. Like we didn't start this 6 months ago, and I think even the thought of this came up about a month ago. And shout out to Eric and Vic, who I believe are going to be on later in the show, but shout out to them for putting this all together and getting it going within the short time frame.
It was a great turnout.
Yeah, but as you see the differences, tell me about today. What were your thoughts on the Unity rally for the UPS contract?
Oh, I loved it, man. I just seen everybody together. I mean, cheering for better pay, like I said, I worked some pretty crappy jobs. So, I mean, to see this and to have everyone come together to fight for a better pay and to just for the benefit status, it's great, man. I mean, I honestly, I was like, dang, this is awesome. So,
and that's what it's about, man. Really, it is to have a member, a new member, brother, to come in here and feel that way. And that's what we want. That's what our goal is, right? To educate the membership.
Active members, informed members. That's what we want.
Yep.
We want them to be progressive.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the whole thing.
And this is all new to me. Like the union, all this is all new to me. So I'm like I said, hopefully he'll take me under his wing and show me the ropes. And like I said, it's lovely.
Well,
to see
I'm
you
your
guys.
BA, so I'll take your
There you go. Well, somebody, show me what's going on.
So anyway, fuck John.
Hey, that's not the theme of the show. The theme of the show is fuck Sawa.
But you know what? With that said, I really want to thank you and tell you that we appreciate you coming on. You know, to have somebody that's fresh in the union, never worked a union job in his life, to come up here and to just be vulnerable to sit here and get on the mic and share your experience. I appreciate that, bro.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for letting me have come in.
Oh,
on
absolutely,
the show.
bro.
Appreciate
And
it.
I think you got to be around some
big dogs.
Some big dogs.
Yeah,
today.
I was kind of feeling a little nervous. I'm like, oh man, I'm just gonna stay in my corner.
You know, to be honest, those big dogs, and I speak for myself, and I'm not a big dog, but I know I can somewhat speak for Victor and Eric and all the people, even Sean, when I know that they care about the rank and file, their voice, right, and their opinion and their thoughts on things. So to me, it's like I know I can speak for them and say, like, look, they care about what you think. They honestly, you coming in as a new UPS member, they want to know what your thoughts are, what the differences were, all that stuff. That being said, is there anything that you would want to say to new UPSers, right? Because that's going to kind of be your niche, right? Is there anything you would like to say to new UPSers, new Teamsters coming, or even Albertson, CVS? They're new. What would you say? What would your message to them be?
Well, I just say, the job's not easy. I mean, it's hard work. I mean, stick with it though. I mean, yeah, definitely. You're gonna have to break your back. You come home sweaty, smelly. But in the end, it's kind of. I think it's worth it. If the union's there for us, I mean, I'll break my back for them. They can help us out, get better pay, good benefits, a pension. Man, I was doing with the competition for 3 years, and I didn't get squat. I didn't get no raise. I didn't, not even a pat on the back, not a good job. And they shift your hours. It's like, man, this is crazy. So, no, I say stick with it. And for the newcomers, rough it out.
Get involved, right?
Get involved. Yeah, go to the meetings. Like Sabas told me, go to the meetings. Understand what's going on within the union. Because if you don't, you're gonna be in the dark. So, like I said, he told me to come in. I'm like, I'll be there. I want to know what's going on. So
that's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, we appreciate you for coming on.
Oh, no, thank you, guys.
For showing your support, for coming today. Look, as a new member, I know it can be somewhat intimidating. You don't really know what's going on. And you might think this is crazy, right? Like, I mean, whether it's a good way or a bad way.
It's a lot of
you
politics.
Might think this is just it's crazy. And honestly, we expect somewhere around 1,000 members here today. We'll see what we get at the end of the day. But that being said, I know it's a little crazy and it can be intimidating, but we appreciate you for coming out, for investing in yourself.
Thank you, guys.
And I'm sure that's a lot to do with Sawas. He talked to you and he did take you under his wing. I'll give him credit, even though he's not your BA.
Yeah.
But
You're
but
getting
that
the
being
credit,
said,
right?
look, we appreciate you for coming on. We thank you. I hope everyone enjoys your perspective on things and what's going on in 952. And obviously within 396 and 542 that was here and all these guys, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Really
Thanks for letting me come on the show.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
brother.
it.
This was great. We had a great turnout. We had a lot of locals here, and I'm very excited about the direction we're going. So this is what it's all about right here. And to me, it's a young member coming in fresh and taking them under our wing and educating the membership, because we need them. We need them to fulfill what our pension is going to be later. and to continue what this labor movement is about and to what it means to be union. So I appreciate you. Thank you. I want to just say like and subscribe. We've gone, I can remember when we were happy to get 100 views.
Yeah.
And when we hit 500 views, we're getting there. And this is a Teamsters show. I appreciate all of you out there. This is not a UPS show. This is a Teamsters show, and I appreciate everybody.
Show.
Absolutely.
Union show.
Cool. And honestly, like I want a bunch of collective union members, Teamsters, SEIU, whatever. This is a union show. Like I said, I want a bunch of collective members saying "fuck Savas," and just getting involved. Honestly, I want to see involvement within the labor union. And Savas loves it, dude. As much as he
loves it.
He loves it. Cheers to fuck Savas.
Oh, I don't have a beer.
Cheers. Thank you. But stay tuned. We'll have another guest on in a couple minutes. All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Definitely want to work.
And we have to understand that everything else doesn't matter unless you're taken care of at your place of work and you bring a paycheck to put food and a roof over your family's head. And this is what this person does every day for us. So without saying any more, I'm going to go ahead and I'm honored to introduce Representative Katie Porter.
Good afternoon, Teamsters. I am so honored to be side by side with you in this fight. This is a fight about justice. This is a fight about who America should work for. And the answer is it should work for Americans, not big corporations. UPS made $13 billion last year. What did they do with that $13 billion? They gave $5 billion of it to line the pockets of their executives and their shareholders in stock buybacks. I said that was a fight about justice. That is an injustice. And friend, you said it. That's bullshit. We, as the workers of this country, each one of you, who has worked hard, who is trained, who is Teamster proud and Teamster strong, deserves to share in the profits that they have created for UPS, for its executives. And that is what this contract negotiation is about. It is about making sure that workers who do the work share in the profits that they create. This is a moment for our labor movement that we will never forget. This is a moment to reclaim the strength, the power, the beauty, and the glory of Teamsters. I am thrilled to be with you in this fight. I am so excited to see what you're going to accomplish together, and you can count on me every step of the way. When corporations pull bullshit on us, I'll be the first to call it out, and I know we'll do it together. Thank you.
All right, so next up, guys, we have a guest that I don't even think I need to introduce at this point. He is our first returning guest. He's been involved with the show, just his support. We appreciate everything you do. But I would like to introduce Gary Brockett, right?
What's up,
Gary
guys?
Brockett was here today, and a lot of not just CVS members, but Albertsons members, warehouse members, drivers from other locals, from other unions, from other crafts. They all came out to support, but we want to thank you for coming out, number one. And, what did you think about today?
Oh, it was great. You know, it was a great turnout. I mean, there's a lot of people there, showing support for UPS. I know we're grocery and pharmacy, whatever.
Yeah.
But
you're a fucking Teamster.
Yeah.
You're a fucking Teamster.
And a fucking involved Teamster. I got to say, I got to give you a lot of credit. And, one of the reasons that we've had Gary on so much is because he's so fucking involved. He really is. Like, guys, this is the epitome of what you out there, what we want, is active members, involved members. He's a steward, but there was a time when he wasn't. Still involved, still active, still learning, and this is our goal. This is the goal of the show. We've talked about it a lot of times. Is to change the culture of 952, of the Teamsters, of unionism, in a whole. We really want to change that culture and get people involved and active and supporting your local and supporting your union and just really in there. And we appreciate you for coming on. But, that being said, like you said, it was awesome. What else, what can you say about today and what happened?
A lot of things, really, but I guess one of the main things is seeing everybody there from different locals, not just 952,
Yeah.
And 2 buses showing up with people getting off of it, it was something else. It's something I've never seen at 952 since I've been here. Yeah. This is the first time.
Believe it or not, there was 4 buses, and they came from 396. I got to shout out to Victor Mineros and to the whole team over there. They put it out, and like I said, there wasn't a lot of planning within this rally. It kind of it took on a life of its own. But that being said, people jumped on board, and active members and those that are curious and whatnot, they all jumped on. I think there was 4 buses of 50 people that all jumped on, plus a caravan that came from 952, that came from 396, plus all the other locals, 572, 542.
495,
495. All these people came out to support you UPSers out there. Me, I'm a UPSer. I came out of UPS. Savas and George also came. Yep. George is still in UPS. That being said, we've talked at length with you about the differences in the previous administration and this administration and what Eric has done. And it's no knock on anybody. Everybody has their time. We've always said that. We're not here to talk shit, but at the end of the day, we really want to highlight what Eric Jimenez has done for this local. So, what do you think? Like you said, this is something you've never seen. What are your thoughts?
I definitely see the general president a lot in person.
Sean Bryan came down.
Yeah. Let's be real here. He's been down here several times. That's something that 952. We never saw that in the past.
Right.
We never saw it in the Hoffa days.
I gotta say, shout out to Sean O'Brien. Shout out to Lindsay Dougherty. Peter Finn was here. These are all VPs of the Teamsters. Shout out to all those guys, plus the politicians, Katie Porter, Katrina Foley that was here.
Hi, we have Katrina Foley on off the Cloud Shop Talk doing a really quick interview just before the rally starts with Sean O'Brien giving a speech and update on the contract. Katrina, why don't you give us just any information that you can give us at hand?
Well, I'm just here today to be supportive and stand in solidarity with our Teamsters brothers and sisters. I have long been an ally, and we need to make sure that we get a fair contract across the nation, not just here in Orange County, but across all the nation. Because right now, more than ever, we need to make sure that we have good quality union jobs so families can have stability and security, and they can, go to work in one job, not have to work 3-4 jobs to make a decent living. So I'm here, I'll always be here, and I'm here in solidarity.
Perfect. Thank you very much, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
There was a lot of people that came out, and we really appreciate you. If I didn't mention you, I apologize.
We had the LA Labor Federation here.
We're at the rally still, off the clock shop talk. We got one more interview going on before the rally starts. Can I get your name?
Gloria Alvarez, I'm the Executive Director of the Orange County Labor Federation, representing over 250,000 members in Orange County. I'm very proud to be here, standing with our brothers and sisters from the Teamsters. UPS kept us moving. UPS workers are heroes also. We are not respecting them enough, and we are telling everybody the fight is on. We're going to continue supporting. I myself am a Teamster, and I will be here every day, every time to support my brothers and sisters for a fair contract. Respect and dignity, always.
Always. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
VP, the Orange County
Supervisor.
Labor Federation. secretary, treasurer. Like, we had a lot of people out here, and we just appreciate everybody. Is there anything you want to say to the CVS members, maybe that didn't make it or that couldn't or whatever?
Just try to get involved as much as you can. I mean, I did it for years, at CVS, before being a steward and even during a steward, and still am. My phone's always going off. It was going off today.
Yeah, it does.
By 8 a.m., there's already text messages on my phone, from last night or, a few days prior. But, just to get more active. I mean, and I've said it in the past episodes that, management takes notice of that. Yeah. And regardless if it's you guys over at UPS and, stuff like that, management at Albertsons, management, from the linen companies, Coca-Cola, CVS.
Dude, honestly,
they're looking.
I got to say.
They notice it.
I got to say that, and it's a thought that just kind of came to my head, and I always talk about it like, oh, yeah, this is a UPS contract that other people are supporting and whatnot. But at the end of the day, this is a Teamster contract. My contract is your contract, and your contract is my contract. And the Albertsons guys, their contract is my contract. And your contract, you know what I mean? Like, we all support each other. And companies, 1,000% take notice. I'm not getting in a fight with, 15, say you're in a small barn. I'm not getting in a fight with 15, 20 Teamsters. I'm getting in a fight with the whole Teamsters union. And that shit to me is absolutely, it's insane. It's mind-blowing. It's great. So the more activism we can get, if you're out there and you were on the fence about coming today to the rally, or, you're on the fence about getting involved and paying attention, reading your contract, do that. Do that shit. Read your contract, get involved, come to your general membership meetings, which we had before the rally, come to the rallies, come to the events, the barbecues, the softball games. There's so much that we try to do to get people involved, and I would say get involved.
So I want to kind of jump in and share this with the membership out there. We have a brother here, Gary. He's been our most frequent guest, right?
3 times.
I'm shooting for a record.
And
3.
And with that said,
bring beer next time, it'll be 4.
and with that said, I want to say this. Look, if any of you out there that heard the previous episodes with Gary on there, and if you haven't, I encourage you to watch his story, because I want to bring something up on a personal level. Is that, Gary, you shared what you went through as a steward under the old administration and the fight that you had, and having to even, and this is shared on his episode in the past, where he had to send his grievances through the U.S. mail, certified mail, okay? That's an episode you need to watch. But I got to say this, Gary, is that I'm so impressed with you in the fact that you didn't give up. You didn't give up. You continued to be a steward even at the time that you felt that maybe things weren't going the way they should have been. Because I've seen out there with stewards, and I'm going to just, I don't like to talk about myself at all, but I'll say this. There was a point in time under the old administration that I actually stepped down, right? You didn't do that. And you continued with it. And I got to give you credit for that, brother. You stuck in there and went through that hardship. And what I'm trying to say is this to the stewards out there, whether it's UPS or any other barn or any other union, you might not get the results that you want currently right away, right? But remember what you're fighting for. You're fighting for the membership. And I can honestly say that you stuck it out. You continue to be a steward. You went through some shit, right?
A lot of shit.
Yeah, you did. And
dragged through the mud.
You got dragged through the mud, right?
Basically, yeah.
And I got to give it to you, Gary. You stuck it in there. You stayed loyal to the membership.
Stick it in there.
Right? and you stuck by this local even at the times that you felt that you were alone.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you didn't give up on the membership. And I got to give it to you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm happy that where we're at right now.
Yep.
You're going to be on again. You're going to be our continuous guy out here.
Yeah, you'll be a guest.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, but with that said, I got to give it to you, brother, because it's hard. And we talked about this in your episode. When you don't have the support from the local, it's hard to continue to be a steward, and you stuck by it. And I appreciate that from you, man.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you get to see, just like I do, and John and George, what has changed in this leadership here and where we're at. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
We're fucking doing some big shit here. I got to give it out. I got to give a shout out to 542. The San Diego guys, they had a lot of guys out here, man. I got to give it to you guys. 63, I got to give it to you guys. You guys showed up. I got to give it to 495, Damascus.
I know we've said it a lot. A lot of the locals throughout the show. But like Sawa said, I just want to echo that and just look, we are looking for involvement. Get yourself involved. Thank you, Gary, for coming on again.
Yep.
We're not going to hold you. We know the rally's going on outside. Guys, if you guys don't understand the show, but, we'll say it, we said it in the beginning, but, the rally's still going on. We have people coming up just to give their thoughts on what's going on. But we appreciate all the guests, and Gary, no exception. Number one returning guest. I think you might be that forever. So we appreciate you coming on.
And so I was gonna make me cry over here with this kind word. So I think he's trying to get me to not say what I was about to say.
That's all right. You can say it, bro.
You gotta say it.
But I gotta throw a plug in there for James Lopez too, my business agent. He's doing a good job.
Absolutely, he is.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. I love Sabas, but
Fuck
thanks for those words.
But also,
yeah.
Fuck Sabas.
Yeah. Hey, brother. Yeah. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
No, I appreciate that, brother. Hey, all of you out there, the membership, I can speak on behalf of George and John. You were at the general membership and you gave us props. We're trying to educate the members. This is what we're trying to do. This show is all about the membership. All of you can't make it here on a monthly basis or can't come in to the rallies. We're doing this for you guys, man. We really are.
Well, thanks again. We appreciate you jumping on. On to the next one.
Peace.
We'll be back.
Fuck John.
She overlooks all of California, and she makes sure that all unions are lock and step when we go into fights. Not just the Teamsters, not just the electricians, the plumbers, SEIU, or anybody else. She has the task of bringing us all together. And I'm telling you right now, she's promised that if we walk and if we fight for a fair contract, she'll be behind us every step of the way. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and introduce Lorena Gonzalez, California Labor Federation.
Where's my Teamsters at? My brother said, and I am the Secretary-Treasurer of the California Labor Federation, but more importantly, I'm a San Diego Teamster. All year, I'm proud to represent 2.2 million union members in California, over 1,300 locals. But I will tell you, all year, when people went on strike, we kept coming to the Teamsters. And we said, will you honor that strike line? Will UPS drivers not go past the strike line? And every time, the Teamsters had every other union's back. And you know what happened? Every time when those packages stopped being delivered, somehow the employer came to the table and settled the fucking strike, right? So you can imagine how many union members, and we're talking 48,000 UAW members at the University of California. We're talking SEIU members, firefighters. It doesn't matter who it is. How many members are going to have your back if you have to shut it down? Are we gonna get to it together? Are we gonna fucking shut it down? Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! I guarantee you it will be a hot labor summer if you all have to go on strike, and all of California will see what happens when they can't get a package delivered to their workplace. It is enough. We have stood by long enough in this labor movement and had our asses kicked, and we're not taking it anymore. It's bullshit. We're fighting back. You're going to get a strong contract because the entire labor movement relies on you getting it so they can get one too. Are we going to shut it down? Shut it down.
We apologize for the audio. Victor's audio was corrupted. We fixed it best we could. Now back to the show. And fuck Sabas.
So our last guests of the day, the guests of honor for the day, the two guys that put together. I mean, first it was Eric. I'll give Eric some credit because he makes sure, right? I'm trying to get a raise.
So much for the surprise,
right? So, but the guests of honor for the day, I'd like to introduce Victor Mineros, Eric Jimenez, STs of 396 and 952. Thank you guys for jumping on. Honestly, we all know you guys have both done the show, so we know who you are, where you come from, all that stuff.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Talk about the rally today. The unofficial but official West Coast Teamsters UPS contract rally. Let's hear about it.
I mean, there's nothing more to say than a huge success. I mean, obviously, like I said, it started out at 952, was just planning on having a little rally. I asked Victor to get involved. He and I put our heads together and said, let's make it a huge rally. I got to thank everybody from 396 to 952 to 542. Anybody, 495, everybody that showed up today. It's not 63. A success for 572, 63. It wasn't a success for me and Victor. It was a success for our membership. The company's this company's going to walk away knowing that this local and Southern California, along with all other locals, had over, I'm being told now, probably 1,100 people here today.
I think it was 1,000, dude.
Yeah,
I really do.
Easy. And the cool thing about it is we had
huge.
Yeah, we had Sean O'Brien that once again got to see the power of the West Coast, right. Specifically Southern California out here. You know what I mean? So, hey, like I said, kudos to everybody that came out. But yeah, just a huge success for us.
Yeah, it was honestly a great success with that many people. Obviously we can all speculate on how many people are going to be here, but I'm guessing.
I'm told in 900. I'm told in 900 signed in, and then we had probably another couple hundred that didn't want to eat. So, not being in our drum, being in the members' drum, they pounded out.
Turned out,
and this wasn't just like I said, just UPSers. I mean, we had grocery members, CVS members, waste members, transit members. I mean, everybody came out to show that Teamsters aren't categorized by where they work at. They're categorized by the union they belong to, and that's the Teamsters union.
That's fucking right.
Well, let me try to get a word in edgewise. Eric spoke longer.
Eric was turning blue.
Eric was, he was still talking. They cut the mic, and he was still talking.
He's all.
Actually did a great job.
Dude, you just fucked up our fucking whole entire deal.
No, it was actually pretty good.
And her name's Yvonne. And Yvonne is Yvonne. And Yvonne is from L.A. Yvonne.
George, cut that out. But not the part of the he talked too much. Make sure you leave that. No, in all reality, it was, I want to thank Eric and the members of Local 952 who actually we put this together. It was just funny because I can't take the credit. Eric literally had walked up and said, "Hey, what are you doing on the 15th?" I actually have something to do after this, but or I had something planned, but you know, we're 24/7.
All wives are going to be pissed today.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It was funny though, George and John. It was Eric was like, "Hey, I'm going to have a UPS meeting after my general membership meeting," and I was like, "All right, that's cool." And he goes, "Hey, why don't you come by and we could talk. You could talk and give a contract update." And I was like, "Yeah, I could probably shoot by." And then, literally in seconds, he was like, "Well, why don't you bring your members too? So then we can have, we're sister locals. We're right down the street. Yeah. We share yards, like for instance, the sanitation yard." He was like, "Why don't you just bring your members too?" And I was like, "No." I go, we're like the cousin. 396 is like the cousin you invite, but he's going to bring friends, and they all
he brings an entourage.
You're right. They're all hungry, and they all drink a lot, so they're going to drink your beer and eat your food." And he's like,
"Those are my people."
Exactly. And Eric's like, "Who cares?" He goes, "Well, why don't we just make it a West Coast, Southwest, a big rally?" And I was like, "Nah, get the fuck out of here." And it's funny. Then he was like, "Seriously?" I told him, "Seriously?" He goes, "Yeah, I think we could do it." And I was like, "Nah, hold on, Eric. Let's figure it out.
Back it
Let's
up.
Put our heads together." And sure enough, we put our heads together. Shout out to my staff, who is fucking incredible, who put this all together, rallied the members, our members at 396, just like yours at Local 952 and all the other locals in the Southwest. Really made this happen today. It was it's a proud moment to look across and see a crowd of just Teamsters from, like Eric said, different crafts, different trades, and just ready to fight. So this message should go to the company. We're not playing. We're here to negotiate a contract. You can't treat us like shit and think we're not going to get something at the table. So this message is for them.
Well, thanks for making me look bad a little bit, Victor. But now that you have, in all honesty,
he's just worried that he was going to get a couple extra seconds that I did.
In all honesty, since Victor said it for his staff, I got to say it for our staff here at Local 952. Specifically the ladies that work in the front. Every day they go kind of unnoticed, and our agents go unnoticed, and our staff goes unnoticed. But they put a hell of a rally on together. It was his team, communication, ladies, business agents, along with our team here at Local 952. They had the parking down. They had where people could stand and where people couldn't, the barbecuing down. It was just a huge success. And believe it or not, almost like the President of the United States, we had Sean roll up, parked right away, used the restroom, went in, did a 10 and 15-minute speech, and then got in a car and took off right back out to the airport with an entourage of cars cutting through traffic for him. So it was a huge success. So again, it's not always Secretary Treasurers that put it together. It's our team that puts things together.
And just real quick, like as you guys go, from this rally Monday, this won't be released till next Friday, but this coming Monday is UPS national negotiations, which both of you guys will be a part of. You guys are a part of the negotiating committee. How does, this success, this, event that showed the strength of the Teamsters, how does this push you guys into that negotiations?
If I can answer that, Eric.
Yeah. Obviously, you want to jump in first.
But it feels like you have to compete for the mic time from Eric. Even Sean's like, Eric's like, put the mic closer to you, Sean.
Even Sean was like, we have 4 mics because Eric won't give a heads up.
Once or twice.
At one point, I had 2 in my hand. Check.
Even the sound guys do. He was like, you can hold both mics. It's still not enough. No, in all reality, John and George, it's literally, it pumps blood, it pumps energy into the table. Yeah. To tell this company, we're not here to fuck around. It's TikTok. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's our members' turn. And one of the things one of the big things, driving up and was thinking is, like, I've said it 100 times, we deserve, our members deserve. We do deserve. But you know what they did and how they've been treating our members. They've been treating our members like shit. Now, you know what? At this point, fuck that. They owe it to us. They owe it to our members. You want to say we have industry-leading compensation packages? Yeah, you're right. We do have industry-leading compensation packages. But you also have industry-leading profit margins. Yeah. It's incredible. So you would have never made those profits without our members back. Right. Absolutely right, George. So with that, go ahead, Eric. I know you're dying. I can hear your teeth chattering, dying. Yeah, your teeth. I can hear your teeth chattering to talk like, please, dear God.
But no, I mean, what did you said, John, what does this rally do for us today? I mean, really, I think it's not what it does for us, is what does it do for the membership? What does it do for, corporate America out there? What does it do for all membership across, the board? This is not our union. This is the members' union. And if they're planning on getting good contracts, if they're planning on fighting, if they're planning on keeping, the Teamsters alive for years to come, to be able to, provide for other families like they've been able to provide for me, then they need to get involved. They need to stay involved. And it can't just be, well, I'll stay at words and I'll stay at rallies and I'll stay at holding a sign saying hurrah, hurrah. Nope. Guess what? There's something more than words. That's called action. Yeah. Want a fair contract? Get your ass up. Fight with us, not tell us, hey, go do this.
Don't stand on the sideline.
Let's do it. Yep. Let's do it together. So I think
and even better.
Yeah, go ahead and cut me off.
Hey, that's my job.
Oh, I'm sorry. The middle of my sentence interrupted the beginning of yours. No, but Eric's right though. It's putting corporate America on notice. Sean uses that all the time, but even more, it's telling workers, if they come together, this is what they do.
They have power.
It's the power of the union.
They have more power than they realize.
Right. Yeah. It was actually a really proud moment. I've seen guys that I've represented as when they first started the company, and they're here today just saying, Vic, we're in the fight.
Was it that guy yelling, Victor? We want Victor back.
We want Victor back.
I mean, let me ask a question, since you guys always ask the questions, and I want to be able to be one
of you
guys.
Let's interview them. That's right.
Yeah, no. I mean, the question that I want to ask is, let's each give our thoughts. How many members were out there today?
Honestly, I'm saying 1,000 plus. That's
I definitely want to say 1,000 plus, because I was in the crowd. You were up looking at it, but I was in it, and it felt immense.
And
it was huge.
The only thing I have to judge it off or base it off is our Christmas party, right? So our 952 Christmas party, we had 680 people sign in. So I'm sure there was a few more, but it was in the parking lot as well. Obviously, we were inside a little bit.
And this was almost double.
Dude, like you're talking, I mean, it was just the middle of the parking lot before, because we still allowed parking. This was the whole fucking parking lot.
So we, I said, I was told 900 roughly around 900 signed in, and then we just had probably a good 200-300 members that jumped off a bus, couldn't sign in after all.
Yeah.
And people that were walking in and out. I'm calling 1,200.
Yeah, 396, we brought buses. Yeah, we had buses.
We brought the keg.
We did. It's funny. Well, let me give my prediction. I say 5 million. What are we measuring? Attendance or words you said on the mic?
I can go.
Nice. That was good.
Well, we'll say 1,200, but that could be adjusted as other people have rallies.
That's funny. Yeah, but no, we had buses turn out. We had actually members are just engaged. It's
and I really want to give credit to you guys. Like this started, and Eric was kind of talking to me about it too, just like kind of running it. Like, what do you think? And this started 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago,
dude. Like in 3 weeks, we put you guys put together 1,200 members, Teamsters ready to fight for the UPS contract. And that's got to say something.
The comm system, communication, speakers,
the food.
I mean, but above and beyond that, like I said, just the members, the ability for not just us, but our team to turn out the amount of members that did today. But not only that, guys, I mean, look at the speakers that showed up. I mean, one, Sean O'Brien, in Southern California.
Yeah, number one.
Again, for us. Thank you very much, Sean. We appreciate
Sean.
it.
Shout out
You're
to
awesome.
Sean.
Shout out to
Yes,
Sean.
But I mean, then on top of that, Katie Porter sits as a House of Representative, you know, and directly will be saying, UPS, you need to pay up for these people. You know, Lorena Gonzalez from California Labor Federation.
All right, we're still at the rally. Off the clock shop talk. We have one more interview to do before the rally starts. Can I get your name?
Lorena Gonzalez Fletcher, and I'm the Executive Secretary Treasurer of the California Labor Federation, AFL-CIO, and I'm a Teamster.
Great. How do you feel about, just the unity that's been shown here today between 396, 952, and other locals that have shown up?
Hey, everybody!
Yeah, it's great to see so many locals out today, and so many other unions that are going to be in support as well, because the Teamsters have always supported everybody else's actions, and you're going to see the entire labor movement coming out for the Teamsters, because this is important. It's about the future of UPS, it's about the future of the Teamsters, it's about the future of the middle class.
I totally agree. Thank you very much for your time.
You know, all the labor federations, Orange County, LA County. I mean, there were some big name people out there that have a lot of influence out there. And guess what? They came together to talk to our members, and our members pulled it off.
And I'll say it, you know,
Really
look, I know there was a couple other rallies going on, which 952 members did support. You know, there were 952 members at the 1932 car show this morning. There was 952 members at the 63 rally yesterday. There's, you know, and just to see, you know, all of the Teamsters come together, and, you know, a bunch of people from other locals here this morning, it's got to send a message to the company. It really does. We here in the Southwest, which by the way, you know, Victor is chairing, Eric is co-chairing the negotiations for the Southwest. And just to put that in, we'll bleep this out, but Brian Castillo's fucking head, like, hey, look at what's going on. You know, John Ernest, look at what's going on. And you guys see our members aren't fucking around. They're not fucking around anymore.
They're not fucking around.
They're definitely not messing around. Like I said, I think it's a clear.
I said fucking around. But
well, okay. Well, I cuss enough, so I'm trying to be politically correct now.
No, I mean, I just want to know when I'm going to say something myself.
I think the message is clear. You know, you walk out today, and the message is very clear. UPS, get to the table, treat your workers, our members, with fairness, dignity, and give them a piece of pie that they made you over the last couple of years and throughout your history. Record profits, we're taking a piece of the pie.
That's right. That's right.
Either you give it or take it.
Any closing words you guys like to say to your members?
Yeah, I just want to say, just George.
Victor's awesome.
Well, hold on, here we go. See, I want to say something.
I'm saying what Victor's going to say. Victor's awesome.
No, not reality. Thanks for having us, guys. Thanks for having us, guys. You know what? In reality, we were talking about this, but the last time we were on the show, we had the highest views. We did. John, you were supposed to say that, remember?
So let's come together and do it again. We're
going to do that. That's that narcissism.
And we appreciate you guys out there.
Thanks, guys. We got a lot of views. Subscribe. There's a lot of people who watch your guys' show. I'm really proud and happy to thank you for inviting me. Honored and humbled. You guys are actually doing a lot of work, and it's actually the members are out there watching it, man. I've had several people who tell me, "Oh, did you hear this episode or Off the Clock Shop?" I was like, "Which one? The one I was on?" And they were like, No, the other one. I was like, all right, don't watch it again.
Don't watch it anymore.
I'm kidding. I'm
tune out.
He's like, they have one, the one I'm on.
Yeah, that's it. You guys can watch this one. Now, in all reality, the stuff that you guys are doing, A Voice, is actually, the members are out there, they're listening to it. You guys are doing a lot, and I appreciate you guys. On behalf of the members, is educating them. You know, there's a place to... You had some of my members of Local 396 interviewed. So from the seat of I hold at 396, thank you guys, and thank you, Eric, for today. Thank you, the members of Local 952. I said it on the mic. I appreciate you guys for welcoming us in today. I did bring more members, but you didn't bring the keg. It was funny because I was looking around and I said, I asked Mark, Mark King, one of my agents, and I go, Mark, why is everybody walking around with the red cup? And he was like, they're drinking hot cocoa.
To be honest with you, I didn't know if we were at a Teamster rally or if we were at Stagecoach.
It was 70 degrees.
I was like, is this Coachella,
dude? Yeah, but yeah, they were drinking hot cocoa.
Teamsters drink hot cocoa.
But yeah, he closed his. I'll close it out by saying, hey, it wasn't our success. It wasn't my success. It was our success.
That's right.
This was our member success. 396, 952. Take the number off the Teamsters, and we're Teamsters.
That's right.
Huge rally once again. Southern California, West Coast, Teamsters. Bring out the numbers. We show our power, and for years to come, nobody's gonna fuck around with the West Coast or the Teamsters.
Fucking awesome.
That's right. The West Coast is the best coast.
Dude, look, I will go ahead and end the show. We appreciate you guys for tuning in every week. We thank you guys. Please like, subscribe. But I will say I want to raise a glass to you guys. Next Monday, this show won't be released till Friday, but next Monday, these guys will be in national negotiations. But I will say, these guys are in national negotiations next month.
Okay. Dude, I don't drink.
Okay. And that's 3 roses, by the way.
Oh, it's called 4 Roses.
4 Roses?
Yeah, but they got
3
the
flowers?
generic one.
Well, if what I drink is 4 roses and you bought 3 roses, you bought the cheaper version.
You bought the cheaper version.
You bought the cheaper version.
Anyways, look, these guys will be in national negotiations. I wish you guys luck. You guys are there on behalf of us for the Southwest fighting. Cheers to you guys. Thank you guys for putting on this rally. Thank you guys for everything you guys do. We appreciate you. From all the Teamsters, good luck. Go fight for us.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers.
God, I want to run through a wall.
With that being said, tune in every week. Please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Check out our Instagram, OCST.952 on Instagram, and just check us out. We appreciate
John,
you guys.
Can I close out the show?
Yes, you can.
I did say this last time I was on, when I came on your show. Fuck Sabas.
Fuck Sabas. There you go. That's it.